Welcome to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the world of hidden treasures as we explore the four most expensive and ultra-rare U.S. coins, including the Susan B. Anthony Silver Dollar, the Sacagawea Gold Dollar, and the Jefferson Nickel with a rare P mint mark. Even in dirty or worn condition, these seemingly ordinary coins could be worth thousands or even millions of dollars today. So before you spend that old coin, stick around, because you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. First up, the 1942 1-cent coin from the United States carries a powerful place in American coin history, not because every piece is worth millions, but because this year marked a dramatic turning point in the nation's story. In 1942, America was fully entering World War II, and metal was becoming a strategic resource. The Lincoln wheat cent of that year was still struck in its traditional bronze composition, made primarily of copper, just before the famous 1943 steel cents replaced it. That alone give the 1942 penny historical weight. It's one of the last full bronze wartime issues before the metal change. Under normal conditions, a 1942 penny is not rare. The Philadelphia Mint struck hundreds of millions without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint produced coins marked with a small d, and San Francisco struck coins with an S. Because of these large mintages, most 1942 cents found in circulated or dirty condition are worth only a small premium over face value. Claims that ordinary 1942 pennies can instantly make someone a billionaire overnight are simply not realistic. However, certain rare errors and exceptional conditions can make specific coins highly valuable. The true excitement around 1942 cents lies in mint errors and transitional varieties. During wartime production, mistakes occasionally occurred. Some 1942 pennies were struck with double dies, where the lettering or date appears slightly doubled due to a misalignment in the die. A strong double die example in high grade can command impressive prices in the collector market. There are also rare off-metal errors, such as experimental strikes or wrong planchet errors. Though these are extremely scarce and must be authenticated by professional grading services, condition plays a critical role in value. A dirty, heavily circulated 1942 penny with whereon Lincoln's cheek and wheat lines flattened on the reverse is generally common. But a coin preserved in uncirculated condition, with original red luster shining brightly and sharp details in the wheat stalks, can be significantly more valuable. Collectors pay premiums for coins graded MS65 Red or higher because such preservation from the wartime era is increasingly difficult to find. The mention of a gold sticker often confuses many new collectors. The coin itself was never made of gold in 1942 for circulation. However, a gold-colored appearance can result from toning, plating, or chemical exposure. In modern numismatics, a small gold sticker placed on a graded coin holder by certain verification services indicates that the coin meets high-quality standards for its grade. This sticker does not turn the coin into gold, but can enhance buyer confidence and potentially increase market appeal. Historically, the 1942 penny represents stability before change. In 1943, copper was redirected to the war effort, and steel cents were introduced. This makes 1942 the final full year of standard bronze production before that temporary shift. Because of this, collectors assembling wartime sets always include the 1942 issue as a symbolic bridge between peace and wartime adaptation. Auction prices for exceptional 1942 pennies vary widely. Common circulated examples may trade for only a few cents to a few dollars. Brilliant uncirculated red examples from Denver or San Francisco can reach higher values, especially in top certified grades. Rare double die varieties can sell for hundreds or even thousands depending on eye appeal and preservation. But it is important to understand that million-dollar sales are extraordinarily rare in coin collecting and usually involve unique historical pieces or extreme rarity conditions not typical of regular 1942 cents. If you own a 1942 penny, the smartest step is careful evaluation. Avoid cleaning it, as cleaning dramatically reduces value. Examine the date and mint mark under magnification. Look for doubling in the lettering Liberty or in God we trust. Observe the wheat stalk details on the reverse. If the coin appears unusually sharp or shows a potential error, professional grading can confirm authenticity and condition. The dream of discovering hidden treasure in pocket change keeps coin collecting exciting. While most 1942 1-cent coins will not transform fortunes overnight, certain rare varieties and pristine examples can hold meaningful value. Beyond price, however, the true richness of a 1942 penny lies in its history minted at the edge of global conflict, carried through decades of American life, and still circulating stories of the era it represents. The 1952 D. Lincoln Wheat 1-cent coin is a classic piece of American coin history. But let's begin with the truth before the hype. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint in 1952, which is why you see the small d mint mark below the date. It belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat series that was produced from 1909 to 1958. On the front, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's portrait, a design created by Victor David Brenner. On the back, two wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. It is made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that classic reddish-brown tone collectors love. Now, many dramatic claims online suggest that in 1952, D penny could be worth millions of dollars and instantly change your fortune overnight. In reality, most 1952 D pennies are common coins because over 746 million were minted in Denver that year. Because of this high production number, circulated examples in worn or dirty condition usually carry only a small premium over face value. In average circulated condition, these coins are typically worth a few cents to a few dollars depending on their color and preservation. However, condition is everything in coin collecting. If a 1952 D penny is found in uncirculated condition, especially with full original red luster, its value increases significantly. Coins graded in very high mint state by professional grading services can sell for much higher prices compared to circulated pieces. A brilliant red example with sharp details and is far more desirable than a dark brown coin that has seen decades of use. The difference between brown, red-brown, and full red color can mean a large difference in value. When it comes to rare errors, that is where excitement builds. While the 1952 D is generally common, certain mint errors can make a coin much more valuable. Examples include off-center strikes, double die errors, clip planchets, or repunched mint marks. These error coins are not common, but when verified and authenticated, they can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. Still, it is important to understand that even rare errors from 1952 D are not typically worth millions. Some collectors also get confused by stickers placed on coin holders. A gold sticker is often applied by third-party verification companies to indicate that a graded coin meets high standards for its assigned grade. The sticker itself does not make a coin rare. It only confirms quality within the grading scale. A dirty or heavily worn coin without professional grading and authentication will not suddenly become extremely valuable just because of a sticker. The historical importance of the 1952 D penny lies in its place during post-World War II America. The early 1950s were a time of economic growth, and millions of these pennies circulated through daily American life. They were used in grocery stores, vending machines, and everyday purchases. Owning one today connects collectors to that era of history, which adds sentimental and historical value beyond simple market price. If you believe you have a high-grade or unusual 1952 D penny, the best step is to examine it carefully under magnification. Look for sharp details in Lincoln's hair and coat, strong wheat lines on the reverse, and original mint luster. If it appears exceptional, consider professional grading. Authentication protects you from unrealistic expectations and helps determine true market value. In conclusion, while the 1952 D. Lincoln Wheat cent is a respected and collectible coin, it is not typically a million-dollar treasure. Most examples are affordable and widely available. Only coins in superb condition or with genuine mint errors command strong prices. It is always wise not to believe exaggerated claims of overnight wealth. The real power of this coin lies in its history, craftsmanship, and the joy of collecting rather than in dreams of instant riches. The 1926 1-cent coin from the United States, known as the Lincoln Wheat Penny, is one of the most talked about historic coins among collectors, and many dramatic claims surround it. First introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln, this coin carries deep historical importance because it was the first regular U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. By 1926, the coin had already been in circulation for 17 years, and millions were produced across different mints. However, not every 1926 penny is rare or valuable, and understanding the truth behind its value is extremely important before believing stories about overnight fortunes. In 1926, Lincoln cents were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint produced the highest number, making those coins common. Even today, the Denver Mint coins are also relatively available. The real attention usually goes to the 1926 S penny, which had a much lower mintage compared to the others. Because fewer were made, collectors often search for high-grade 1926 S coins, especially those with strong details and minimal wear. The phrase gold sticker often creates confusion. A regular 1926 1-cent coin is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, not gold. Sometimes collectors or sellers place a gold-colored sticker or label on a coin holder to make it look special, but this does not increase the coin's official value. The true worth of a coin depends on its authenticity, mint mark, rarity, condition, and demand in the collector market, not on any sticker attached to it. Condition plays a massive role in value. A dirty or heavily circulated 1926 penny usually carries only modest value, often just a few dollars depending on the mint mark. However, if the coin is in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, especially in 1926 S with strong detail on Lincoln's hair and sharp wheat lines on the reverse, the price can rise significantly. High-grade certified examples graded by professional services can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Only the very finest known examples, preserved in near-perfect mint state condition, have reached higher auction prices. There are also error coins that collectors search for, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or weak strikes. The 1926 S is particularly known for weak strikes due to worn dies at the San Francisco Mint. While a weak strike alone does not automatically make a coin extremely valuable, a well-struck 1926 S in high grade can be highly desirable. Genuine error coins authenticated by experts may bring premium prices depending on the severity and uniqueness of the mistake. It is important to stay realistic about value. Claims that a 1926 1-cent coin can automatically make someone a millionaire overnight are greatly exaggerated. While rare coins can indeed sell for impressive amounts, such results are usually limited to top condition, certified examples, or extremely rare varieties. Most circulated 1926 pennies are collectible, but not life-changing in value. Knowledge, careful grading, and proper authentication are the real keys to understanding whether a coin is special. The historical importance of the 1926 Lincoln cent connects it to America's economic era between World War I and the Great Depression. These coins passed through the hands of everyday Americans during a time of industrial growth and social change. Holding one today is like holding a small piece of American history, which is part of why collectors appreciate it so much. Its value is not just monetary, but also historical and sentimental. If you believe you have a 1926 penny with unusual features, the smartest step is to examine the mint mark carefully and consider professional grading. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can reduce its value dramatically. Store it safely and seek expert evaluation if it appears to be in unusually high condition. The power of this coin lies in rarity, preservation, and authenticity, not in hype. In today's market, strong examples of the 1926 S in mint state can reach thousands of dollars, while common worn examples may sell for a small premium above face value. The difference between a $1 coin and a $1,000 coin can simply be condition and scarcity. Understanding these factors protects you from unrealistic expectations and helps you recognize genuine opportunity. The 1926 Lincoln wheat penny remains one of the fascinating chapters in U.S. coin history. It represents craftsmanship, history, and the early 20th century American story. While it may not instantly turn every owner into a billionaire, the right coin in the right condition can certainly be a valuable treasure. Knowledge and patience are what truly transform an old copper cent into a meaningful and potentially rewarding collectible. The 1914 1-cent coin from the United States is one of the most talked about and emotionally charged pennies in American numismatic history, not because every 1914 penny is worth millions, but because one specific version of it has built a legendary reputation among collectors. This coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat Cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It carries Lincoln's portrait on the front and 2 wheat ears on the back, a simple but powerful design that represents American strength, growth, and unity during the early 20th century. Now here is where the excitement truly begins. The 1914 D. Lincoln Wheat Cent, struck at the Denver Mint, is the key rarity of the entire wheat penny series. While millions of pennies were made in Philadelphia in 1914, the Denver Mint produced a much smaller number. Because fewer were saved in good condition at the time, high-grade examples today are extremely scarce. This is the coin that creates headlines, sparks auction battles, and makes collectors' hearts race. However, it is very important to separate myth from reality. A regular 1914 penny without a mint mark, especially in worn or dirty condition, is usually worth only a modest premium over face value. Even in 1914, D penny in heavily worn condition is valuable, but not worth millions. The real money appears when the coin is authentic, original, and preserved in excellent condition with clear details in Lincoln's hair, sharp wheat lines on the reverse, and a strong visible D mint mark under the date. In lower circulated grades, a genuine 1914 D can sell for hundreds to a few $1,000s depending on detail and surface quality. In extremely fine or uncirculated condition, the value can rise dramatically into the tens of thousands. The highest grade certified examples, especially those with beautiful original red color and minimal marks, have sold for well over $100,000 at major auctions. These are rare trophy coins, and that is where the fortune-changing stories come from. The mention of a gold sticker often refers to third-party grading approval, particularly a gold approval sticker placed on a certified holder by an expert verification service. This sticker does not mean the coin is gold. It means specialists consider it exceptional for its grade. Coins with this approval can bring stronger prices because buyers trust their quality and authenticity. Condition is everything in coin collecting. A dirty, scratched, or damaged 1914 penny will never reach extreme prices. Cleaning a coin can actually destroy its value. Collectors prefer natural surfaces, even if slightly toned, over artificially bright or polished coins. The smallest details, like the sharpness of Lincoln's beard or the crispness of the wheat lines, can mean the difference between a few $100s and tens of thousands. Another important factor is authenticity. Because the 1914 D is so valuable, it has been widely counterfeited. Some altered coins have a fake D added to a Philadelphia coin. Experts carefully examined the mint mark's position, shape, and metal flow under magnification. Professional grading and authentication are essential before believing you own a rare treasure. The dream of becoming a billionaire overnight from a 1914 penny is powerful storytelling. But realistically, number 1914 cent has sold for millions of dollars. Its true power lies in rarity, demand, and historical importance. It represents an era when America was growing industrially and socially, just before World War I reshaped the world. Holding one connects you directly to that time in history. The 1914 D. Lincoln cent became legendary because so few survived in high quality. Many were spent in daily life during a time when 1 cent had real purchasing power. Children bought candy with it. Workers received it in change, and few imagined it would someday become a prize collectible. That ordinary beginning is what makes its rise in value so fascinating. If you believe you have a 1914 penny, first check for the small d mint mark below the date. Examine the coin carefully without cleaning it. If it looks promising, consider professional evaluation. Do not rush to sell it cheaply without understanding what you have, but also remain realistic about condition and market value. In the world of rare coins, the 1914 D. Lincoln wheat cent stands as a symbol of how rarity and preservation can transform a simple copper coin into a highly sought-after collectible. It may not make you a billionaire overnight, but in the right condition, it absolutely has the power to change someone's financial story and become a centerpiece of a serious coin collection.